Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Anju Sharma and today we'll learn about action potential of cardiac muscle. So in last video, precisely we have discussed that what is property of autorhythmicity. So cardiac muscle have some specialized tissue which can generate its own rhythm, and in last video we have seen that this is because of the phase 4 of action potential in SA node, that is called pre-potential, and precisely because of funny channels. So funny channels makes the sodium open whenever the cell membrane reaches the hyperpolarization state or repolarization state. So in that situation the sodium channel open up, right? And because of that sodium channel influx, it lead to again toward depolarization phase, and because of this slope the cell is able to generate its next rhythm. So this is property of autorhythmicity. Okay, we'll be having a separate video for properties of cardiac muscle, but today we'll be discussing about action potential differences of cardiac muscle and the pacemaker potential, right? So action potential of cardiac muscle. So in this video we'll be talking about excitability property of cardiac muscle. How? Excitability, what is that? Whenever a stimulus is applied to a cardiac muscle, that cardiac muscle is able to generate action potential. Now why we are talking about this? Because we know that if we see a rough diagram of heart, we have SA node where the as we see the superior vena cava is basically meeting the atrium. So this area, this is SA node. Now we know that SA node is pacemaker in cardiac tissue, and that is basically spreading the impulse, this action potential generated at SA node. This is basically, if this is a cell of SA node, now we know that there are gap junctions present between the cardiac cells, and because of that this positivity inside this, it can basically travel to other cell, right, like this. So if this is SA node, these are further going to cardiac muscles. Okay, so this will be discussing here that when SA node generate its action potential, how this action potential is basically via gap junction it travel to other tissue, and how those tissue have their own action potential. So this property of a cell, which is basically in response to a stimulus, if a cell is able to generate action potential, that is basically excitability. Now I hope these two property of cardiac muscles are clear to you, the autorhythmicity and the excitability. So if you get a question of the properties of cardiac muscle itself, then you can respond those properties with this description, right? So we'll be talking about now the property of action potential, how basically in cardiac muscle action potential is generated, right? So now we'll be talking about here how the action potential is generated. Because of gap junctions, the positive charge basically it transferred to other cells. Okay, so briefly we'll revise it after some time, but here we'll be talking about cardiac muscle first. So what happens whenever there is action potential transmitted to that cardiac cell? What happens basically? There the cardiac cell is not having, unlike this pacemaker potential, the SA node, this is not a stable RMP. We have seen in last video, right? But whenever we talk about cardiac muscle, there is a stable resting membrane potential, which is roughly at minus 90 millivolt. Fine. So here, this is the membrane. If we see the membrane inside, it is negative, and this negativity when measured, it was minus 90 millivolt. Okay, but that, so this is a state of resting condition in cardiac muscle. So whenever the SA node it fires and send the impulse to the cell, so what happens that there is some, because of that gap junction, some positive charge come inside, right? So whenever positive charge come inside, if we plot this membrane potential change, obviously it will be going toward less negative, right, like this. Fine. So when it reaches minus 70, because of that positive influx, if it reaches minus 70, what is minus 70 millivolt? It is basically threshold of some sodium channel present here. So if we draw this membrane here, and these are some cells, so this is a voltage gated sodium channel. right? So whenever this positivity is such that here we can get minus 70 millivolt at potential. So once this potential reaches, this sodium channel is going to open like this. So this will be open. Okay. So we have seen the pacemaker potential that this depolarization phase was because of calcium channel. There were no abundance of sodium channel present over there. So here there are large number of sodium channel present which are voltage gated and which open up when the membrane potential reaches at minus 70 millivolt. So this point is clear, and there are thousands of channels. So suddenly thousands of positive charge come inside, which basically lead to a steep depolarization. Okay, so positive charge means this will be away from the polarized state. This one, polarized state. So away from polarization is nothing but depolarization. So can you see, this is depolarization. Depolarization. And if someone asks you what is the ionic basis of that depolarization, it is because of sodium influx. And here we can see the same zero phase. So this is zero phase, right? Depolarization is zero phase, and this is because of sodium. And here if we see zero phase, which is not a steep curve, but it is a slow depolarization. If you can see, this is zero phase, slow depolarization because of calcium channel, and here it is because of sodium channel. Okay, this point is clear. Depolarization, right? Fine. This is fast depolarization. Next comes is when it reaches roughly plus 30 millivolt. Okay, there are some potassium channel, but in cardiac muscle there is some more channels which are calcium channel. And which type of calcium channel? We have seen here that these calcium channel are transient type. Okay, we have seen there, because of that is responsible for pre-potential. But here there are some L type calcium channel which are slow to rise and slow to close, like this. If we plot at same point, if we plot this calcium, intracellular calcium here, so what happens is these calcium open up. Okay, so it basically open up roughly at minus 40 millivolt. These calcium channel open up. Fine. Okay, but simultaneously what is happening that here plus 30 millivolt some potassium channel open. Now this is responsible for phase 1 where potassium channel open up. This potassium channel open up. Because of that, obviously there will be potassium efflux, and efflux means more negativity. So this will be a repolarization, and since this is very fast, so this is fast repolarization phase, right? Okay, so once this happen, can you see here? So calcium concentration is also increasing for this phase, right? So here calcium concentration is increasing in the cell because of these calcium channel. And if you can concentrate here, that calcium is coming inside and potassium is going outside. So positive charge coming inside, positive charge going outside. So what will be change in membrane potential? It will be a plateau, no change, right? Because of that, we have a second phase, this one. Okay, so this phase is called plateau phase. Okay, so you can get a question like which ion is responsible for this plateau phase. So you should know here that this potassium is going outside and calcium is coming inside, right? So both the channel, calcium L type channel and potassium channels, they are responsible for this plateau phase, right? Okay, so if you can concentrate here that this one phase which is the fast repolarization and plateau phase, these both are missing here. These stages are not present. Okay, now this point is clear. Okay, after plateau, basically the calcium, if you can see, they start closing again. The calcium concentration is falling again. So at this point, basically only potassium is going outside, right? Potassium is going outside. So intracellular potassium is reducing. What that means? There is more negativity. Obviously membrane will be going toward more negativity. But positive charge is going outside, right? So this phase 0, 2, 1, 2, and this is 3 phase. This is slow repolarization phase, which is basically because of potassium efflux. So potassium is going outward, and now these channels are closed. All these channels are closed. Sodium, it closes just after just here. So this is fast channel, it fastly open and fastly close, right? Okay, so this calcium is also closed and potassium is going outside till the RMP is achieved. Now for RMP, whenever you write ionic basis, one region is always potassium efflux, but along with that there is one more region which is always sodium potassium pump, which is responsible to maintain the resting membrane potential everywhere in our body, right? Okay, fine. So this is all about cardiac muscle, how the action potential is generated. Now you can get a question that whichever action potential you get in the exams, you can get a question that explain ionic basis, right? So how you'll be performing that, let's summarize that. So these are both action potential, you can get any one or both of these difference, right? So how you'll be writing that phase, so you will be writing like this, phase 0 if we talk about cardiac muscle. So that is depolarization phase, okay. Coming to ionic basis, because of sodium influx, right? Phase 1 because of this is rapid repolarization phase, okay, repolarization phase, and because of potassium efflux. Fine. Coming to phase 2, what is phase 2? This is called plateau phase, right? And why this is plateau? The potassium is going outside and calcium is coming inside. So potassium and calcium are responsible for this phase. And 3 is the repolarization, which is, you can write slow repolarization as well. So this is repolarization phase, and because of potassium efflux, right? And at last you will write resting membrane potential, and because of potassium and sodium potassium ATPase. Fine. So this way you can answer that question to get a full marks, right? So you will draw the action potential and you will summarize like this. Same for pacemaker potential, if we see 0 slow depolarization because of calcium, not sodium here, okay. If you see the differences, it will be crystal clear to you. Phase 0 is because of calcium, because of sodium, right? Phase 1 and 2 are missing. So if you get only pacemaker potential, you don't have to write phase 1 or 2, right? Then you will directly phase 3 you can write, and which is repolarization phase, right? And phase 4 is very important here when we talk about pacemaker potential, in which you will write funny channels, right? This is very important, HCN channel, funny channels or funny current. And then second thing is transient type of calcium channel, right? Here you will not write sodium potassium ATPase, right? Okay, so this is all about action potential of cardiac muscle and ionic basis of that, and comparison of this cardiac muscle action potential with pacemaker potential. I hope this point is very clear to you. If you have any query, you can comment below. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.